What is good, people? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Wire series. This is episode 11 of season 4 and it is called A New Days, spelled D-A-Y-S. Last episode, we saw Tommy starting to realise that it's not as easy as he anticipated to balance the budget now that he's male. We saw the people sent to assess the special class Colvin was helping put together decide they were going to shut it down, which is so counterproductive and shit because those kids were slowly getting better at certain things. Social skills and stuff, they were picking it up and improving week by week. Presbeluski was getting pressured to start teaching English instead of mathematics, not his strong point. But yeah, the school were forcing that curriculum on all classes. We also saw Tommy start to get conspired against by that woman who believes she should have been mayor, and Clay Davis, and I forget the third party, but there's a little trinity going on just now trying to prevent him from making any progress. Burrell has been trying to juke the stats in order to keep his job. He's been doing a lot of just busts on street level guys on the corners again. Tommy's desperate to hire a new commissioner. He can't get the budget to hire anybody better from out of state. Rawls is lobbying hard for the position, but he's not going to get it. And Daniels is currently too far down the pecking order to jump Rawls. I'm hoping Daniels gets fast-tracked to the position of commissioner, but who knows because he's just not been in his current job long enough to even be considered for it just now. We saw Prop Joe throw his own guy under the bus just to get in Marlowe's good graces. He's being very manipulative just now, Proposition Joe. With Davon out of the picture, I feel like deep down he feels like he can grab more of this shit for himself, and I think he thinks he can out-sneak Marlowe. Marlowe is a direct threat, but he hasn't shown he's that good at detecting covert operations against him with politicking and shit yet. And that's where Prop Joe has always survived and prospered, and I feel like he's trying everything he can just now to take what he can from Marlowe. And speaking of Marlowe, Omar has currently got him staked out from a flanking position at the concrete park. I don't know what his next move from here will be. He for sure has the drop on Marlowe just now. If he wanted to kill him last episode, he could have done. And we also saw Bodie get furious that his boy Little Kev had been killed because of the information he gave regarding that murder. He also implicated Randy in that. I hope nothing happens to Randy just because he was told some information by Little Kev. And also I'm curious as to how far Bodie's going to take this. Does he really want to try and get any sort of physical revenge on Marlowe for that? I don't think it would be a smart move now he's unprotected, but Bodie is Bodie and he's a real one, so he might just take matters into his own hands regardless of the consequences. We saw Naaman too scared to even go to the baby booking juvenile lockup. His mum, being an absolute bitch as usual, was ashamed at him and told Carver to fuck off her doorstep. But she is one of the biggest pieces of shit in this entire season. I fucking hate Naaman's mother. I really hope, again, nothing bad happens to Naaman because of her. Yes, he's a bit of a abrasive, verbal kid, but he's got no bite to him. Deep down, he's only acting the way he's acting because of the people he's surrounded by and the bloodline he has came from. If you put him in a completely different place, like when he went to Colvin's house for dinner, that's the real Naaman. That's who he really wants to be. If society allowed him to be that all the time, that's who he would be. And of course, the biggest and best thing that happened last episode was that piece of shit in Michael's house was beaten to death by Chris. I will find it hard to dislike Chris and Snoop ever again after that. They're gonna have to do some fucked up shit in order for me to hate them again, because that was such an amazing scene. It was so good to see him deal with that guy in such a brutal way as well. And I just hope that this doesn't hang something over Michael's head that they expect in return. Anybody going through that deserves to be helped, and they certainly don't deserve to be held like they owe them something back in return for having helped them out of that situation. Regardless, I cannot wait to get into this episode, so let's get to it. This is episode 11 of season 4, A New Days. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it.
Damn, dude, you acting like this some fancy ass spot. It ain't nothing but a chink joint.
Anywhere's fancy if you appreciate the food, Naaman. Just because you went to that steakhouse the other day, don't be hating on your average takeaway. They make the fucking world go round.
Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Talk about you.
And instantly you can tell that Michael is in such a better mood now he knows that that dude is out of his life forever. And it's great to see him smiling and chilled.
Yo, y'all heard about what happened to little Kevin?
What?
He be dead. He up in them vacants.
Why?
Uh-oh, Randy's gonna instantly clock that he might be in trouble because of this shit. If little Kev's already dead, what's gonna happen to him?
Get the fuck back on the reservation where your black asses belong. How you feeling, little man? Need a hand with that food?
What a fucking piece of shit. In fact, out of everybody left in this season, I want to see Officer Walker meet a really grim fate. Fuck this guy.
Hear that shit?
My avenue. Just as much ours as it is his.
Walker be evil, yo.
He is legit the most evil police officer in this show. Fuck Officer Walker. He probably had a handful of stolen jackets there. I've never seen him with any property he has purchased by himself as of yet.
Hold on, wait. Did Officer Walker go to that club on Stockton? The one with the Western Police Party? I seen his car there. I got this one.
Michael's got a little plan. Let's see what happens. As long as it is toward Officer Walker, I could not give a fuck how evil they take this plot. Piss balloons are more than he deserves. I mean, when you think about it, they've got to do something fucked up to Officer Walker. The way they've shown him, they can't have it with him not having a comeuppance, because it would again, like Stringer Bell, be dissatisfying to the viewer at this point. They literally haven't written a single scene where that guy does his job properly, or does something noble, or heroic, or any other admirable human quality. All he has done is stolen things, treated people like shit, broke children's fingers. He literally seems like the most corrupt police officer on the entire show. Perhaps there's more corrupt ones as we move up and get into political corruption, but certainly on a street level, he trumps Herkin Carver. The shit Herkin Carver did in season 1, which I classed as quite corrupt, pales in comparison to the way this piece of shit conducts himself. I just hope Michael's plan is a good one, and also one that they don't get caught for.
You need to understand, we view this as an affront to the cloth.
We've asked for a civilian review board for decades now.
Wow, Bubbles really put Herc in the shit with this last episode. Not to say Herc didn't deserve it. I mean, the way he was treating Bubbles was fucked up. And on top of that, even if he gets his stripes taken, he never deserved them to begin with. So I'm not exactly gonna feel sorry for him if he does get demoted from Sergeant.
Well, Mr. Mayor, you said you would have an open door, and so far, I credit you for keeping that promise.
And my door will always be open to you.
Tommy knows what side his bread is buttered on. He did a very good job winning over the religious community he was trying to put in a good word for last season. This season, he needs to keep that bond going.
By pressing that, the average beat cop's gonna hate my guts, and I ain't gonna change anything around without rank and file support.
You don't fire him, you're gonna piss off most of the black political infrastructure.
He makes a point, and also, I don't think there'll be too many people furious that you fired Herc. I can't imagine there being a big picket outside your offices for that one, mate. You'll be fine.
You press that right there.
I love how Duquans became, like, the low-key computer expert in this class.
You can't take half of it.
Okay, let's say you have $10 and you give half of it to Jasmine.
Why do that?
I know you're trying to teach her a song, but she raises a fair point. What had Jasmine ever given her?
Papa, nothing say he gotta come back through this way, you know. What if you take another road y estamos aquí todo el día?
Alright, pick him up from his casa tomorrow.
Who is it specifically they are trailing now? Is it still Slim Charles, Marlo, Prop Joe?
I'm tired of this, Papa.
Lo siento, baby, lo siento.
All Omar's men just do whatever he wants to do. They really don't have a say in nothing. He is definitely not the bottom. You know what? That's the best trail vehicle yet. Low key, no one expects a taxi. If I was trailing someone, I would have a taxi. That's a good idea.
Are there any examples we can make outside of being on a corner? I need a volunteer.
It's nice to see this class is still going on, as of just now anyway.
Blindfolded, fall off, and let us catch him before he hits the ground.
Oh shit, a trust fall. This is taking the class to a next level. I've seen non-dysfunctional kids let people fall and smack their head off the ground during trust falls.
Expect these weak-ass clowns to catch me? Hell no. He talking to you.
It's funny Naaman's sort of listening to Colvin now because Colvin has seen his true colours. That night at dinner and shit, Colvin knows what Naaman's all about now. He can bullshit everyone else, but he can no longer bullshit Colvin.
1, 2, 3.
Let him drop.
Whoa! Hey, they caught him.
I ain't doing no stupid shit like that. Fuck you and fuck all y'all bitches.
I'm sure there's a reason for his trust issues there. My man did a trust fall at some point in life and got let down very badly.
And I got all your other favorites too. Yo, Dante, I got your licorice. Red and black boat.
Snitch and Randy.
Have they heard about him being connected to little Kev dying? I don't understand why they all just fucked off there. I feel bad for Randy, he just got that shit off the internet as well.
Me voy a cagar encima, bro. We've been in the car too many hours.
Whether you squatting in the alley or sitting on the parson's throne, don't really change the moment now, do it?
Shit in the alley, mate. We're going nowhere. I don't care if Bubbles is currently using it. Shit next to him.
If you tell me, maybe we can help.
Clearly is something, bro. Just talk to him. Colvin is your guy.
I went home yesterday. My mom was on the couch. She did. Mima said best I come to school.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man, that is fucking horrible. What a little soldier even going to school.
So, we're looking for feedback here. Some input as to what we need more of, or less of, to better work murders.
Better witness protection, more proactive investigation, pay raise.
It's funny because Daniels surely knows the answers to all these questions anyway, given his history in that department.
The department's finally gonna get what it needs. State's attorney's office too.
A new day. They make a nice couple anyway.
I hope Daniel sticks to all this. Do you think Landsman was truly happy for him there? I'd like to think he was.
Why not just fire the fucking asshole?
The mayor is weighing his options.
The fuck does that mean?
To fire Burrell, we're gonna need more political capital than we have right now.
If Rawls was smart, he would already realise that he's never going to be commissioner just due to the way that city rolls. They want a black commissioner because it's a predominantly black city. It makes sense. It's not racist, it makes sense.
The sergeant in question is assigned to CID. His new commander is Daniels. He's smart, he's black, and politically neutral.
Even Rawls knows the deal. This is what I want to see as well. Daniels should be destined to be commissioner due to his competency. It's not even about whether he's black or white. Daniels is better than Burrell and Rawls for that position. He's like the best upper guy in this show, I would say.
You home or you just visiting?
Home if I can.
Nice. Welcome home, Sherrod.
I got a couple of dogs left. You hungry?
Thank God, hot dogs. You can never be too sure with Bubbles. Could have just pulled out a couple chihuahuas there with some ketchup on them.
If I wouldn't have pushed you off, you would have never been up on that corner.
But everything I do, I be fucking up. Whole time I feel like it wasn't me on that corner. I just wanted to get away.
It's nice to hear him say this shit, because he came very close to accidentally shooting Naaman that day when he was jumped up on heroin.
Shit. What do you think, huh? You know I can have fights for this.
Mate, it's a flex. This is so good to see. It is better for Sherrod and better for Bubbles when they are together as a team. They help each other be more productive, I feel.
He's police. We do it Michael's way, we send a message.
You ain't gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh, so it's Naaman that's been put up to it. Shit, I thought Michael said he was going to handle this shit. Clearly needed a team. What is this shit they're gonna do? It looks like they are ready for some serious shit this time. The piss balloons are not present.
City Hall just wants someone to do the right thing. Whatever that is.
You're sitting here, deputy, telling me to just do the right thing.
Doesn't happen often, I know.
Never happens. Without an ulterior motive, of course, but I feel like in this case, Hawk getting fired is good for everyone, probably including Hawk. He might rethink his fucking life a bit. Why do I feel like this is just the start of the plan? Yeah, they wanted that chase, so what's gonna happen?
Hey! Come on, show me hands, bitch!
Oh shit!
Fuck up, little hopper, I'm police.
Yeah, I know. You the police who like to fuck with a nigga. Turn around. Hey, yo!
This is some real shit this time.
Ooh, hold on.
Yo, what the fuck you doing?
The ring!
Yeah.
Fuck you, Officer Walker. He shouldn't have took his mask off, but still. It's what you get for being a corrupt piece of shit. Obviously, I've got a feeling that Officer Walker is going to come back at him for this, and he's going to remember Michael's face, but for the time being, let's just enjoy him seeing get dashed in paint. You got gunked, mate. This is Nickelodeon. I hope Officer Walker doesn't find out that was them. That was fucking beautiful to watch.
It's Carcetti doing Pontius Pilate, putting it on Daniels, who is a safe choice as far as the rank and file goes.
But that won't be enough for the minister. It's not by a long shot.
I can't see Burrell keeping hold of his job by the end of this season. He's going to have to pull off a literal miracle to have Tommy warm to him at this point. He's clearly inept and shit at his job. Tommy shutting out the real problems in the city there.
Paint's supposed to be some kind of declaration of war.
Sounds like we get to stomp some ass.
The Western District way.
Oh no, this ain't good.
It's a new one.
Oh, I hope McNulty goes against Walker. Please investigate this piece of shit, McNulty, please. I'll love McNulty forever if he prevents Walker doing some shit back to these kids.
Ms. Duquette, Ms. Perrine, we all thought it took courage. Especially considering how y'all do each other.
You think?
Yeah.
It's nice to see Naaman warming up to Colvin, man.
You want me to go?
No, if you're ready.
I ain't going back there.
I think Naaman likes Colvin in this new class. This is the tough thing. He's found a place where people actually understand and listen to his problems. A regular class will just never do that. Oh, it's so good. They're basically friends now. That's awesome.
It's a rainy day fund, but we really shouldn't draw that down. The bond rating houses want at least 5% of the budget in reserve.
Feels like a rainy day to me.
I do see their point, but also that could be exploited by his political opposition by creating a situation that would need that rainy day money to be available when it no longer is, making him look terrible. So he better be careful with this shit.
I ain't been doing no snitching. Fuck you ain't. Hey, you about to pound himself right behind him, man. I ain't gonna stand by no rat motherfucker, is you?
Fuck this bullshit.
I ain't standing with no rat.
Good on you, Michael. Ah, fuck, I don't blame Daquan for running. He offers nothing physically. Usually, I would be like, why the fuck you running away from your boys like that? But when it's Daquan, he genuinely could offer nothing except being another body to get beat up. In that situation, I would want my friend to run. If I thought my friend could help a little bit and they ran, I would never be their friend again. But Daquan, he's the one exception.
Loom about 47 pounds. We got a Benjamin here easy, baby.
Also, this robber better not approach Bubbles now, because I don't think Sherrod will take that shit. He especially won't like seeing Bubbles get beat up again. Michael was fucking everyone up, by the way. He never got dropped.
Guess them books are good for something.
He's such a soldier. I love Michael.
I ain't no snitch, Randy.
Fuck.
Randy, it's okay.
Damn, Randy got fucked up. I take it those guys instigating are like street hoppers from Marlowe.
Health department shut Chicken George again?
I had to duck in here for cover. The boy's off the hook today.
Wasn't expecting a McNulty Bodie dinner scene, but let's go.
Seems one of my side got jumped last night.
All right, Walker. I heard about that shit.
Threw paint on him.
Even McNulty sharing a laugh with that.
Don't go making any furtive moves.
No doubt. Don't break a pencil point.
It's nice to see they got a more friendly relationship nowadays.
I heard Kevin got locked up just last week. Now he's supposed to be up in a house somewhere.
They put him in a vacant too, huh?
Again, if Presbeluski knows this information about the vacants, he should straight away tell McNulty, Bunk, Lester, all those guys. All these bodies will start coming piling out of these buildings.
Our people were raised on stats. If you can't bend patrol to the mission, Eugene, I'll damn sure find someone who can.
Nice. It's good that Rawls is going to bat for this new initiative as well. It shows that perhaps deep down he actually cares. For a few seasons now I've been questioning if Rawls even gives a shit anymore, or if he's just straight a stat man. Now let's not get ourselves confused. I know he's saying this because this is what the mayor wants and he is pandering to the mayor. That being said, it's just good he's going with it regardless.
You didn't for a minute think that... Oh, Jesus. No. It's Baltimore.
Wait, I thought Rawls would have known this shit. Are you telling me he's just now realising that he's getting leapfrogged? I thought he was knowingly accepting the fact he was getting leapfrogged. I hope Rawls doesn't do anything different. That's some bullshit.
Oh, do tell. The Worm came full circle.
Now Omar knows that Marlowe's part of the co-op with Prop Joe. He will know that Prop Joe was the one trying to snake him, sending him to rob Marlowe.
He ain't gonna find it. Trey's even taking a chance. If he catch you with it, he gonna break more than them fingers.
Agreed, if I was Michael, I would get rid of this thing right now.
Everybody now is saying you threw down with him. Busted up your boy Dimples in him.
Yo, you wouldn't have stood tall?
That's not what I'm saying. It's not that you do shit, it's how you do.
Now, Naaman actually gave him a little piece of good advice there. It isn't about what you do, it's how you do it. Very good advice from Naaman. Michael should actually listen to that.
Motherfucker, as far as I'm concerned, you are the major crimes unit. It's morning in Baltimore, Lester.
Nice. That is awesome. This is just all going to end so badly for Daniels, though, when Rawls starts to come down on him. Now he knows he's about to get leapfrogged for the commissioner position.
Fucking seen this coming. I swear to you, I don't know what happened. I hooked the kid into Bunk, Moreland, and Herc.
Herc happened, mate. Of course it was Herc.
Be discreet. Set up down the block or some shit. Come on inside. I swear to you, I'm gonna find out what happened.
It's nice Carver's being cool with Presbeluski. Presbeluski obviously remembers Carver in his more immature days. He's grown somewhat over the last season. The old HQ. Is this the beginning of something great? Or is this going to get shut down very soon thanks to Rawls now knowing the true intentions of the mayor and Daniels? Ah, straight onto the subpoenas. Oh, I hope he takes it there. Fuck you, Clay Davis. No idea who Ed Bowers is, but fuck him too.
The harbor promenade could extend to the south branch.
We're looking at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I take it these people Lester are looking through will cut into all these people buttering up Tommy. Is Tommy gonna like this as much when he sees many of his campaign financiers or money men start to get subpoenaed again, is the question. Do it. Do it.
Either you gonna do it, or I'm gonna.
Or I'm gonna fucking cut it off, Naaman, you easily identifiable motherfucker, you.
Herc brought him to you?
Herc? This kid is a witness and Herc was supposed to bring him to me?
That was the plan.
So yeah, now they all know it was Herc. Of course it was fucking Herc.
The end of this marking period. Congratulations. You're excused.
Duquan did not look happy about that. Is that because he's going to be leaving all his friends behind?
Fucking numbers game.
Well, under my watch, the numbers game is over. You will no longer be under the gun to meet monthly quotas of ineffective, meaningless arrests and citations.
So good to hear this shit. I hope they all stick to it and do better police work because of this.
Old dogs can't get the job done. I'll find new ones who can.
Again, so good to hear. I really hope he sticks to this shit.
I'm asking you to put aside your reservations and give it a go.
McNulty looks understandably sceptical, but if he can even keep to half of what he's promising, Tommy will be such a good choice as mayor.
You know the goddamn GO. It's homicide's call. You don't go putting your paws in my murder, you simple fuck.
Hey, you talking to a sergeant.
Oh, fuck your fucking stripes.
Whoa, take it easy, Bob.
Seriously, shut the fuck up, Herc. Nobody gives a shit about your stripes, mate.
He's emotional. He's been working this case for a long time. So the thing right now is for you to remember everything you did on this case.
And I know it wasn't all Herc's fault. There was those guys in the murder department that scrunched up the piece of paper asking Bunk to call him and shit. But regardless, Herc fucked this up. No matter what.
Show the motherfucker in.
It's nice to see Burrell was met with an agreeable level of contempt there.
In narcotics, there are no virgins.
And herein lies your expertise.
So Burrell's gonna find a loophole where he can safely fire Herc for this.
It was a Chevy Tahoe. License Mike 460.
Seriously, I just do not feel sorry for Herc. He didn't deserve to be a sergeant to begin with. He was always a terrible police officer.
Nail gun.
Nail gun?
Yeah, one of the bitches that shoots nails.
They rig it to shoot rounds, maybe?
Nah, I shot it, a nail came out.
Lester's smart enough to maybe double think that nail gun thing.
I'm short foot, right? Yeah, I remember your ass. Here's my foot. Okay. You like that? Okay.
Oh, fuck off, is he beating them both up? I thought Sherrod was going to be able to help him.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
This guy needs shot in his head, for real.
I don't know what you've been hearing, man.
Come on now, Joe. Ain't no time for no lies now. Now, see, I need you to be straight. Just like you did on that New Day co-op sit down.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Now what's he got to say about this shit?
I got a real powerful urge to take everything he owned. And I'm quite confident you the man can make that happen.
It might take some doing.
Of course Prop Joe was gonna give it up. I mean, the only question is, will he alert Marlowe to this, and will this turn messy?
I even catch a whiff of you doing something foul, Joe. I mean, I might got to go tell Marlowe you the one put me up on that card game. We understood.
To be honest, that was a civil discussion by Omar. By all rights, he should have just shot Prop Joe in his fucking head then and there. Definitely more trouble alive than he would have been dead.
Just at this moment, I managed to crawl out my own damn grave. No way do I crawl back in.
Okay, so he's actually going to keep his word. Wow. I wonder if one of his unders will snake him in fear of Marlowe, or if this may be the end of Marlowe.
We on him now.
Wise move. I feel like Method Man might go back to Marlowe with this information.
Go at it like that, then you end up siding with the motherfuckers doing the dirt.
No, I'm siding with my kids.
Good on Prez Beluski. I love him taking a stand in this situation.
Glad this is working out for you.
Oh, man, you two.
Also, it's great to see Lester and Prez Beluski together again. They made a good team.
Playground behind Fulton and Monroe. Unit block. He told this fella Lex to meet a girl there.
Please tell me that is enough information for them to start tearing down these boarded up doors and finding all these bodies. That would be quite an end to this season if that does get revealed.
Yo, how you think I look with no tail on my head?
Do I look like a faggy?
Yeah, don't ask your lieutenant no bullshit questions like that.
I got this friend who been ailing, and she gave me $6. So I was hoping you could,
Oh, Naaman, don't start doing that bullshit.
Nay.
Nah, it's cool.
Give me yellow bird.
Naaman's lieutenant is smarter than him. Don't be solving up Michael's mum.
All hydrants are fully capped as of today, and Solid Waste has pulled 32 tons of trash from the alleys. And sir, that's a single-day record.
That's what I want to hear.
That is awesome. Legitimately awesome news. It's a shame he has to dig into the rainy day budget in order to accomplish this bullshit though.
So what's on your agenda today? School audit. Well, how bad could that be?
The system is running a $54 million deficit.
54 million.
This is some absolute bullshit. How do they deal with that?
This isn't a group where we see a lot of parental intervention.
What about test scores?
I can't speak to the program itself, but it has to help the rest of the 8th grade.
Yeah, this is a class where the kids are more responsible than the parents, so...
If City Hall were to sign off on this, we could go forward. But now is not the time to rock any boats.
Actually, this is the perfect time because Tommy wants to actively make real changes. This can't be taking too much extra of the school budget having this class.
You know, some of the youngins been saying your pup's the tour with a snitching boy. Michael, and that's what they saying.
I really don't know what that means, Marlowe bringing that shit up, but that is not good. Is this the moment where Lester looks at these boarded up doors and finally clocks? I think it is. Oh fuck, here we go. We have been waiting all season for this shit.
Lester, you're really starting to scare me, man.
The lid just got literally lifted, and that was a lot of L's.
Need a crowbar.
For what?
This is a tomb. Lex is in there.
Oh fuck! He just completely clocked it like that. Lester, you absolute genius. That was so impressive how he just clocked it that simply. Nail gun nails, old screws. Big difference when you actually think about it. All it took was a bit of detective intuition there.
Fuck me.
I second that. Okay, and that was episode 11 of season 4 of The Wire, A New Days, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, A New Days, what did I think of that? Wow, let me just talk about that end right now while it's fresh in my mind. We've been waiting all season for that reveal, really. Part of me thought we were reaching the point where it was never going to get uncovered. But all it took was that one sentence of information from Presbeluski, which by the way has been told to other lesser detectives throughout this season, and they've done nothing with it. But all it took was Lester to hear that, and wow, they have lifted the lid on a giant set of murders. I don't even know if, upon recovering these bodies, they can then connect them to Chris and Snoop, like that nail gun has long been abandoned and shit. But even if they don't, they're going to clear a lot of murders off of their board now. I mean, surely they're just going to start going round vacant houses and looking for new nails now, and they will find everyone. A proper great bit of police work by Lester, and it's good to see that we're finally moving forward with that storyline. And the other good thing that happened this episode was Omar catching up to Proposition Joe and breaking down to him like, one way or the other, you're giving me Marlowe. The only downside of it is both Slim Charles and Method Man, Cheese, did not look like they were happy about what Proposition Joe was about to do. Now, I understand Proposition Joe had no choice. Omar put him on the spot and let him know if he tried any sneaky shit, he would just let Marlowe know he was behind the poker game. I still don't think this is going to go to plan. I can't see Omar just walking up and shooting Marlowe and everything just going smooth like that. But one way or another, shit is going to come to a head soon with this situation, and I just hope that either Marlowe or Prop Joe goes. I'm happy if even just one of those two guys goes. I just don't want to see nothing come back to Omar and this in some way fuck up and Omar get hot. The word is out that Randy has in some way snitched, and this is leading to all sorts of bullshit, not only at school, but now Marlowe has told Chris and Snoop this. I wonder what Chris is gonna do. Is he gonna ask Michael to do something? I hope it's not a case of like, I took care of your problem, now you have to take care of mine, go and kill Randy. Why do I have the feeling that he's going to put Michael in that position? I do not want to see that shit. Namond made the terrible decision of selling to Michael's mother as well. Like, imagine if that's the one hit she does that overdoses her, or some other bullshit. I mean, she was talking about it being a friend in need, but we all know that's Michael's mum just wanting a bit of heroin. And after seeing Namond progress in such a positive way these last few episodes, I don't want to see nothing as trivial as that fuck everything up for the progress he's made and himself. But yeah, he does need to cut that ponytail fucking pronto. Get that shit snipped, bro. Officer Walker essentially got tarred and feathered. Michael robbed him at gunpoint and he got paint thrown on him. Now, Walker seems like he wants to get a bit of comeback for that shit, but McNulty is wise to what he's doing. If in some way McNulty prevents Officer Walker from doing any more fucked up shit to these kids, I will forever love McNulty. Obviously we don't hate McNulty, he's one of the primary cast, but if McNulty does this, he will be literally borderlining on superhero levels of legendary status in my head. Daniels was all smiles this episode, getting to give everybody the good news. Why do I get the feeling that now that Rawls knows he's being groomed to leapfrog him into the commissioner position, he's going to try everything he can to fuck this up for Daniels? I mean, if Rawls was smart, he would allow the leapfrog and he may still be employed by Daniels' side. I don't see why that would anger him so much. I mean, is nobody in this show satisfied unless they get to the very top? If I was Rawls, I would be happy just to have my position and not be in the crosshairs for doing any bullshit. Tommy's listening to him, he's taking his advice. The only thing that would be different would be he wouldn't be commissioner, but he would be like the number 2. I don't see why there's such a big issue with that and why he wouldn't want that. And they have pulled the funding on Colvin's class. Absolute bullshit. They were making such good progress, and now I worry for the futures of these kids as they just go back into their regular classes when they all need special attention. Especially that kid, the one kid that had showed up the day after his mother had passed away, man. That kid's got so many anger issues anyway. He was being such a soldier even showing up to school in that situation. Can you imagine how much worse it would have been for him in a non-understanding class where he was just expected to get on with his work like everybody else? Some of these guys really do require a bit of extra attention, and it's just such a shame to see that be taken away from them just after them having gotten it. And Lester Freeman has been told that he basically is the new major crimes unit. Again, will this be something that changes when Rawls gets a say on things, or is this going to be Lester starting to build a new major crimes team? It would be incredible to see. I think that's the only team as well that could perhaps convince McNulty to come back into detective work rather than just walk the beat police work. Also, Tommy was told that the school is operating at a 54 million debt. How the fuck did Royce even let that happen? And how the fuck did they dig themselves out of that hole? And on top of that, why did no one mention this to Tommy when he was talking about rainy day money? Surely 54 million debt is called for that rainy day money to release the deficit of the school's problem with money for the time being, but no one told him at that meeting. They waited until he started allocating this rainy day money around and then dropped the fucking school debt on him. It seems like everybody's working against him in secret just now. And Sherrod has hooked back up with Bubbles only for them both to get beaten off this dude. This is one storyline I hope they resolve within the next 2 episodes. I don't want to keep seeing this guy just beat on Bubbles for another season. Something's going to come to a head. But oh, everything is building up to a crescendo now. You know some shit is going to come down next episode when they find Lex and all those guys behind the vacants. This thing with Omar, Marlo and Prop Joe, this thing with Marlo, Michael, Randy and Chris, Tommy and the school budget, just everything is building up to a crescendo. I am very nervous as to what's going to go down over these next 2 episodes. Hopefully it's nothing too devastating and we get some good endings as well as perhaps some tragedy, but I'm hoping that everything goes well. There is potential for everything to go well. It probably won't, but I've got my fingers crossed over here. And I've also got my fingers crossed that if you enjoyed this video, you will click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this about to anybody you think might appreciate it or want to watch this series along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, polls and posts. You get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and the channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.